ambushed in real life while playing Call of Duty. Sadly, that's how it ended for 22-year-old Emerson Talbert, who was shot in the face sometime after midnight. Along with several others, Paisa, as he was known in the neighborhood, was seated inside the living room of this home on Cemetery Lane, engrossed in the video game, when a lone gunman appeared at the door.
This morning, I was basically awoken to a loud bang. Normally, as anybody would be, I was very frightened. So I just sat up in my bed a little while trying to figure out what happened. Thought it may be something innocent. I heard my brother screaming, so I came outside and I saw the young man laying on the floor.
A regular guest and friend of the family, Talbert was always over at the residence, either playing video games or making use of the free internet access. What happened overnight took them all by surprise, since the home is considered a safe haven. Police shared with us what they found in their investigation thus far.
The latest homicide we had it last night, sometime just after midnight. Mr. Emerson Talbert, a 25-year-old Belizean of number 67 Racecourse Street, was at a friend's house located at number 33 Cemetery Lane. While playing a video game along with his other friends, a male person entered from the front door and fired a single shot at his direction. He was rushed to the Karl Heusner Memorial Hospital, where he was admitted in a critical condition. Unfortunately, he succumbed to his injuries this morning, sometime after 10 in the morning.
According to a distant relative who chose to remain unnamed, Talbert's attacker approached the front porch, walked up to the open door, and took aim with a firearm.
Pais, as we call him, he was basically at the door with his back turned towards the door, and then another dude was in the chair beside him, and then my brother was in the other chair beside the second person. A young man came on the veranda and pointed a gun at Pais. Keep in mind that he wasn't looking because he had his back turned, and the guy that was in the chair beside him told him something, and he lifted his face up, and that was when the person fired the gun off, hitting him through his nose, the bullet came out through the side of his neck, and then it hit the door.
At the point where this incident happened, what was the immediate reaction of those inside the house who saw what took place and attempted to help Mr. Talbert?
Well, my brother, who is basically a very good... Well, we're actually cousins. We're far cousins, but we're still cousins. He ran and he tried to hold him up, because then he had the blood coming through his nose and through his mouth. So he was trying to hold him up so that he did not choke on his own blood.
While police chose not to divulge details of a working theory behind Talbert's murder, relatives maintain that he had no issues with persons in the immediate neighborhood.
There is a possibility of a theory that you are looking at this moment, but it is very young stage. I cannot give you the exact information because it might cause another investigation that you're dealing with now.
He's not someone, as far as you know, who may have had an issue with anybody else in the neighborhood or from any other parts of the city. Why something like this would happen?
And that's correct. Mr. Talbert, actually, he doesn't have any problems with anybody that I know about. From the neighborhood, he doesn't give any trouble. I'm not sure about any other neighborhoods, but I could speak for this one. And this is where he has been living ever since we came around here. So I never heard him giving any trouble anywhere else. So for this to happen to him, it's so very sad.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.